Hi, my name is Emeline. I'm from First Baptist Church, Covington. I'm in 11th grade, and my topic is the path of purity. Purity. What just came to your mind when I said that word? Well, if you asked any 16-year-old what purity is, I can almost guarantee you that sex will be the only thing to pop into his or her mind. But truly, purity is so much more than that. Biblically, purity is honoring our Father with our words, thoughts, and actions. And yes, sex does fit into more than one of those categories, but purity is comprised of more than just sex. So how do we achieve this purity? Dr. Whalen Bailey, senior pastor of First Baptist Church, Covington, reveals a truth about our initial promise to God, that when we became Christians, we made a covenant with him. And part of that covenant is to remain pure. This covers our hearts and minds, waiting until marriage, truly obeying him at all times, and watching what we allow into God's temple. This is the base of purity, and that is where our path starts. I don't know about you, but I grew up knowing that God has a plan. And as I think about that plan, I realize the only way to truly seek the Lord and the plans he provided for me is to honor him in everything I say, feel, and do. This is how we begin to be pure. We have to get rid of the chaos, the songs, the movies, and even some people. These discouraging and unsatisfying habits are leading us away from the Lord, but we want to aim for purity as the Lord sees it. I know it's not easy, so let's take it one step at a time. And as we develop doubts, we have to trust God. He knows our struggles, he knows our hearts. This is the mind of purity. What do we do now that we've cleansed our bodies from these ungodly habits? Well, to be totally honest, I have to give you the church answer. Pray. We need to be consistently talking to God. Psalm 51:10 tells us to ask God to create in us a pure heart and renew a steadfast spirit in us. He knows that we need help and that we can't do this alone. Read the book he provides for us. It is full of timeless wisdom. Psalm 119:9 asks, how can a young person stay on the path of purity? The verse quickly answers, by living according to your word. In verse 10, we're commanded to seek God with all of our hearts in order to stay pure. He gives us the answers we need, and he will always be there to help us out. This is the heart of purity. So now that we know how to be pure, let's think about what we can do right now. As Christians, we're commanded to be the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. And as we journey through the long walk of becoming pure, we have to be ready for what the world throws at us. Dr. Bailey reminds us that it's not what I can do, but what God can do for me. I hope this statement inspires you like it did me. Purity is not for me to be perfect for God, but for him to show me why I'm being pure. Now that we know how to be pure, let me address the burning question. Why should I be pure if God will forgive me anyway? Pastor and author Levi Lusko claims that there's always hope for those who mess up. Christian singer Natalie Grant includes it in her song Clean, that we always have hope. She says there's nothing too dirty that you can't make worthy, and you restore me piece by piece. However, Dr. Bailey emphasizes the point that purity only solves the sin problem, not the consequence problem. So yes, God does forgive us, but that does not always solve the ending result and the consequences that exist because of our actions. Now, let's get back to what the average 16-year-old was thinking about the word purity, sex. We didn't go all the way, or he was going to break up with me if I didn't, and God says sex is okay eventually, so why not now? Or my parents don't even care. No. This is not under any circumstances what God ever intended for sex, because sex is a gift from the Lord. God gives us all a wedding gift, and that is giving ourselves to our spouse as we honor our bodies, hearts, and minds to one another in marriage. but we do not get to open it early like a Christmas present on Christmas Eve. We didn't go all the way. Those are the impure thoughts we talked about. He was going to break up with me if I didn't. God has a better plan with the right person. God says sex is okay eventually, so why not now? Yes, do not take away his wedding gift. My parents don't even care. God is our everlasting parent, and he does care. So purity. It does have a lot to do with sex, but as a teen who accepted Christ at the age of 6, purity means so much more to me than just staying sexually pure. I know that I have to stay in constant communication through prayer, continually stay focused on his path for my life, and the main part will always be staying true to God with all of my heart and all of my mind. So where are you on your path of purity? Thank you.